Hello and welcome to a special program of Cricket Predicta brought to you by 1xBet, Vamiki Infrastructures, Delhi NCR. We are in Dubai. Why would you ask we are in Dubai? Because of three important reasons. A, it has the ICC headquarters. ICC, of course, headed by Mr. Jai Shah. This is in Dubai. This takes all the important decisions for the cricketing world across the nations. Of course, we also have an opening of a very special cricket academy for kids that's based out of the heart of Dubai, and also that academy is orchestrated, created by the thought process of one of the greatest batters and perhaps one of the greatest cricketers of all time when you look into the history of the cricket. Of course, a very soft spoken, humble, and a very reticent Smriti Mandana. Yes, the last count of her records were over 23 globally set thus far. Of course, she joins us in an exclusive chat. She talks about her growing up years, her coaching, and what she intends to do in the City Cricket Academy, which is actually in the heart of Dubai in a school called TIA. We join her for an exclusive chat where she talks about her growing up years, and of course, we also have her partner, the creator of the academy, of the City Cricket Academy, Don Bhagwati. Of course, for the people who know cricket, Don has played for Assam in the Ranji Trophy. Then he goes back to Leicester and settles, and of course, he can't stay away from cricket. So we talk about all the aspects of cricket, cricketing world, the mindset of cricket, and everything that makes this a wonderful chat. Listen in on this very special day. Hello and welcome. We have a cricket royalty in the house, and we are at City Cricket Academy Emirates with the founder and actual cricket celebrity. Is just where it starts and it ends at legend. Smriti Vandana, welcome to the show. Don Bhagwati,
Thank you.
Don himself in the cricket coaching and the academy world, who actually went from India in early 2000 and now has created a niche in providing the best kind of coaching for the young mind. Don, how does it feel to be actually creating something for the very first time with one of the greatest player the world has ever seen?
To be honest, it feels very normal because of our friendship and the family ties. So it's nothing like, we are like, oh wow, this is, and she keeps everything so simple, including her cricket.
Yeah.
Everything feels very simple, and we have got some sincere plans going forward. So yeah, we're very excited naturally, and it's a fantastic opportunity for me, my colleagues, that somebody we adore. Okay, she happens to be somebody we know very well, and she said that, yeah, I believe in what you're saying, and perhaps she saw what we do, and then now action time, and
Well,
she's here.
Well, we're going to talk about cricket. We're going to talk about coaching. We're going to talk about your growing up years. But we have somebody in the family who calls you Smriti Boo when she sees you on TV. Now, tell us that story.
I think I knew Sonia from the time we together. We played for Western Storm, so naturally our friendship grew, and of course, I think she invited me to Leicester last 2 days, and I think then that's when I met Don Bhai, and instantly I think I connected with him as much as I connected with Sonia over 1 month because of course she stayed more in England, he stayed in India, so naturally we started speaking Hindi too. And yeah, I think that bond developed over years. So whenever I traveled to UK during the 100 and the series, we used to always meet up. I used to go to their house and used to have a good deep chat about cricket and all. And yeah, I think from the time Ira come, their little daughter, I think, yeah, she's just
So this is a family. It's a family thing that has grown into coaching, business, and same kind of something to give back to the community that looks up to you.
Yeah, I always believed in I think Don Bai's vision and the way he has. I mean, it's not easy to go to UK as a professional player and 20 years down, having his own academy. And I've seen what he does at Leicester. I mean, if you ask anyone at Leicester, they would know who Don Bai is, which is I think a really good achievement. So yeah, I've seen their work, and when he was speaking to, I mean, initially I was not in the, we didn't have a chat around. I'm going to be involved. He was talking how his vision was about Dubai Academy. And yeah, I think last year 2 years back, coincidentally, I was in Dubai with my mom. We were having a trip here, and he was in Dubai. We met up, and then he said that I'm looking at this academy, but there's something which I am still not sure. I said, don't be not sure. I'll join you, and that's how I think just in 15 minutes we were.
So within 15 minutes, you've decided to write a piece of history for the new minds,
I
to the
mean,
young impressionable minds.
he's touched something very
Emotional to you, I
emotional
know.
to me because I was
Please
like,
don't cry.
no, no, no.
You're not coupled there.
We were in Dubai, and she said that, if it doesn't work, you go back. I am with you. And, that really gave me the strength. I said that, you're doing well in England, so you go back. So I said, no, Smriti, now, now that you've said that you're behind me, let me go for it. And I mean, look, she came to England to play a test match where Sonia played,
Yeah.
and she had glasses. And rather than asking about Sonia, I asked the team, actually, the England team, and one of the coaches I knew. I said, "Who's this girl with glasses? She looks like, she just looks like a proper batsman, batter." And from there, my journey has started about the following of Smriti, and then when she ended up in my doorstep with my family, I was like, is this for real? And it was for real. It was probably meant to be. And yeah, I mean,
So you can say it's a karmic connection, the planetary movements, getting
We-
everything together, the family together, because she belonged to a team which was playing against your wife's team.
I didn't
Technically.
see. For me, I always, I mean, I'm born bred in India, so for me to support a team, I support cricket. And seeing a good player batting like the way she was batting at the age with glasses, I thought, wow, who's this? I mean, offside is like, I mean, it's just fascinating. And then obviously other things happened. And then her coming to the academy point, I
Yes.
think she was watching us, probably seeing me, and it just very organic. I mean, what can I say? It will be just
I've
like,
seen the pictures 2 years ago. Everything was barren here. You had to dig in the entire the mud to import it. Just take us through this process, the painful process. Initial, you said.
yeah. I mean, her backing came in, and then after that, obviously we came in here and we checked the facilities. It was okay, but it was not up to the standard of
Right.
what Smriti is involved with and what we are involved with also, because you got to provide the best facility wherever you can. So from there on, when she said that I'm behind you, I ensured that this was like top end, non-negotiable, state of the art cricket facility to help youngsters and
Yeah.
to all. I mean, this facility is not just for one or two. I mean, we believe in allowing the game to go to everyone. Enjoy the
Absolutely.
game.
Absolutely. Take a step back. Smriti, 16 years you walk into the Indian team. You were at a time when the big guns were still playing. You're talking about the Mithalis and the Julans of the world, uh, and they were still playing and dominant at the world level. You walking in, what goes inside a mind of a 16-year-old? And just imagine, take two here, you still have 8-year-olds, 10 years old, 16-year-olds coming and playing. So, what are the learnings from that 16-year-old cricketer to a legend right now talking about curating this course for them?
I think I am a firm believer in whatever you do at the age around 14 to 18 or 19. I mean, in terms of practice, is what shapes you. And yeah, when walking into the Indian team, I mean, you looked up to them and you walk into the dressing room and yeah, you just a pinch me moment for a 17-year-old to be a part of the Indian dressing room. So I mean, I had great times at that time, but I think looking back, that's what I told on by that, we have to have those customized plans.
Yes.
That's when having a personal coach for me at that age
Wasn't possible. It was your father and your.
I mean, I had Anand and
Yeah.
my dad, of course, they both are like personal coaches to me.
Of course.
Yeah, after every tour, he was chalking down, trying to write notes of what shots to go, what do we have to work on.
Yes.
I mean, those are the things which, at that time you don't realize you do those things, but it's what actually makes you a better player. And even now, I still believe you have to, every season, I think you have to be a.
We'll talk about the grown up phases for the player that grows up and faces challenges. I'm sure Smithy and every other player has gone through the same. What, according to you as a coach, as an international coach that you've seen, the challenges that an 8-year-old mind goes through when he goes up to that level of top? I think, again, I keep coming back to the word simple. Yeah. You have to keep things simple. And I think they have to laugh and doing because we genuinely believe that this is where Snippy also really helped me in making sure that this is the belief that cricket is for life. It is not just like one or two things. I mean, I was telling you that at year 9, when she was 9 years old, she went for a trial. And then, she started like, she got selected, got rounds, and then she stayed with it. And so I think people who enjoy the game and play it, and there's not a magic formula, but yes, you've got to have a structure. But I think there's this say, just enjoy the game.
Well, as a 9-year-old, Smriti would run around the house saying celebration and do the man of the match, winning award, blowing kisses and saying thank you. Would you remember those 9-year wala thing where you would say thank you speeches and just mock up and do that in the house?
I think every Indian kid who played cricket, of course, growing up, it was more, men's cricket was more visible.
Yes.
So, watching Sachin sir and the
Oh.
way they used to hit and then speak in the post match presentations and celebrate the
How many
centuries.
times you've done post-match celebrations at home and broken the घर से वो जो kitchen का stuff है?
Yeah, I think every second, third day, 2-3 cups तो टूट ही जाते थे बचपन में.
Right.
And
Let's
post match celebrations, I used to always like to do it in front of mirror with a water bottle and just imagine me winning something. And yeah, all of those memories are really memorable.
Absolutely. And that's when the coach comes in and shapes those imagination into reality. Take a step back. Let's talk about uh, the kind of sacrifices parents make to ensure a child reaches from a 9-year-old who plays in their drawing room and reaches the dressing room. Thank you. It's a good question. Parents are the greatest stakeholders of any junior sport or education. Parents are your everything. Parents do so many sacrifices without going into details. So, this is why I love the fact that, the parents have put in so much for her to be in this place today in the sense of her cricket. And then obviously, she's got a lot more to carry on because as you know, cricket, you just keep learning, keep developing. I actually want to add on a small 5-second thing where I really thought that this girl is completely different. I'm sure that happens with everybody, but I can only talk about Smriti. I mean, it's a coincidental thing. She was just trying to fine tune something. I'm sorry, Smriti, I have to say this. Although, because she's so humble that, she talks about it, but never says anything about herself. This is why she is special. Uh, 10:30, 11 o'clock at night, we were just about to sleep. She was in our house. And then I think she was just trying to get something right. And she looked at my eyes and said that, Chalin, I just said yes. So this was her rest day. And at night, at 11:30, she started hitting balls till 3 o'clock in the morning. In an indoor center, she was hitting balls. And then after after 4 5 hours, she said, okay, let's go. And we sat in the car and we just came back. We hardly talked. So this is why she is where she is. And they are so switched on with their cricket. It's unreal. So I know another story about patience. This we discussed it and you become very emotional whenever you narrate this. Because the greatness of the special is these special people, the guys who play at the top level, any sport. Yes. There's something behind the scene which goes on. I only got a glimpse. And there's so many probably things she will probably keep it to herself because you don't tell people about yourself. And she is the first one not to say about herself. So I would like to actually say that this is the kind of dedication which makes this is an example. I mean, it's not about Smriti only. This is what cricketers, aspiring girls, or anybody does. On a race day, she's training at night because she wanted to get something right. I mean, no wonder she scores runs. Absolutely. Take a step back. Cricket also talks about celebration, but pain is also immense. One such factor when we spoke to your parents, father, was about your injury just before the World Cup. That was a painful period for a young girl trying to play for India at the World Club level, and India almost made it that day in England. But before that, nobody saw those tears. Do you think that it is also important for the coaches to train them on the mental aspect for a young kid who's making it to that? Let's talk about that openly.
I mean, you made the injury sound very filmy with all the.
But
But
there
yeah,
was a short time that you had to make a comeback, and your mother was with you at the
yeah.
NCA.
So yeah, I mean, coming back from ACL, whoever had it, I'm sure 5 months is not a time period where you come back. But I had only 5 months, which is, I mean, looking back, I would say that was a really good time because I mean, I'm not the one to cry a lot. So whatever it is, we have to face it, and you have to come ahead of it. And yeah, mentally, I think in mental aspect is a huge
So,
part in the
so
game.
you had a lovely support system in father, mother, and brother.
That always helps. I mean, to be fair, whenever I look around and I see my support system and I see my mom and dad and my brother, I mean, hardly they'll treat me the same if I'm scoring 100, if I don't get runs, or if we win or we lose. I mean, going back, my mom would still ask me, "Khana khaya kya?" I mean, that's the question which she asks, and I feel, whenever I have 7, 8 days off, I go back having a discussion with your brother, father, and the coach around what I have to do. And I mean, that really gives you a lot of confidence in terms, you play 10 years of international cricket or do whatever. But sometimes when you're not hitting the ball the way you want to and having that conversation with people who you think you trust, I mean, that's something really uh, keeps you at a really sane place.
Well, it was a very important moment when she said "Khana khaya kya." In fact, in the dressing room, it is known that Smriti is the biggest importer of paneer wherever she goes, and also the bhel that she carries along with herself. I don't know the story, the full story. Don, has it happened where she's landed up at your place and said, "Yeah, आज ये वाला खाना बना या पनीर होना चाहिए." How many times has it happened?
She
Honest.
say it sometimes, but yeah, I mean, she's well prepared and she is particular about her food and she looks after her health so well.
How much
It's,
is paneer in that menu of yours? And how many times
And
does your fitness
what do vegetarians eat? I mean, you don't have many
aloo,
options, no?
paneer?
Yeah, I mean, she's not asked paneer with morning tea. So, but
Yes, everything.
otherwise, let's say it is better. She loves it and, you know, it's a beautiful.
Well, we are in the last segment of this place. We discussed about the physical aspect, the mental part, the coaching section. We also would talk about something which perhaps I know well it hasn't been covered. It is about the cricket pitch, the one in Sangli that you practiced. There are three pitches. When you were growing up, they came out. One was a big this thing. The other was the. Don, it is time for you to explain because there's a story behind this turf as well. You've imported things from abroad to make it the mitti and the turf of it.
See, good wickets will produce good cricket and good cricketers. So we have ensured that, you know, we get the pitches right. And, you know, the great example is Mumbai. You know, the outfield doesn't matter, but the pitch is always good. So we have got something which is good enough for Smriti to have a bat. It will be good enough for somebody else to have a bat. It will be even good enough for a little kid to have a bat. And we have also made sure that, you know, the wickets are 22 yards. So, you know, they can bat from both ends because turf wicket needs a lot of maintenance. And we've got a team who maintains these wickets. And the best will come in a few months because they are settling nicely. But this is ready to go.
So you've actually imported the mitti from outside.
Of course, because, you know, in Dubai, you don't have that soil. So it had to be imported.
So is it fair to say an elite player like Smriti can actually come here, have a knock at that level and feel
This is her place. She can come in anytime, as long as she doesn't wake me up at night to throw balls. But of course, and you know, we want to make the game accessible. This is something Smriti said that you know we want to make it accessible. You know, let somebody who's not even a professional cricketer or you know they pass their time. Why not? You know, who's stopping them from having an experience of you know batting on the same pitch as where Smriti would also enjoy batting? So you know, making it simple, making it accessible, you know, so it's for everybody. It's for all ages and all experiences. I don't like to say.
How important was the pitch when you were growing up and that special toil of three pitches close to your place, college, school? Was that special pitch was created?
Growing up, of course,
Yes,
the
Sangli.
privilege of playing on turf cricket from Sangli is hard. I
Yes.
wouldn't say that we had the best of pitches, but yeah, growing up, it was more matting wicket, more cement
Yes.
wickets, which is more accessible. Of course, now it's times have changed that a lot of tough wickets everywhere, even back home in Sangli. But growing up, it was more matting wicket and cement wicket, and
But there was an attempt made by the family to actually or the school to create a turf wicket for you so that you can practice on all three.
That is now actually. Now that's what I have done. Not like growing up wasn't the
Little,
issue.
yeah.
Yeah, not that we come from a royal family that we could do that.
Yeah,
It
you
costs
got to play in all
lot of
patches.
money
Yeah,
that
you got to be able to play in all pitches. We've got like artificial wickets as well. Because
Right.
this is high maintenance, and the artificial wickets are available. We call it concrete, or you can call it matting.
Right.
And if you're not grown up playing on concrete wickets and matting wickets, I have not seen anybody young who started on turf and finished on turf. Maybe there's
Absolutely.
exceptions, but everybody has gone through. Rahul Dravid talks about matting wicket. That's why he played backward very well. So
Right.
all the kind of wickets are very important.
Right.
So
Well, before we wrap up our show, this is a very interesting part. We've got to the story, the personal story, the triumph, the tribulation, the triumphs as well. Before we let you go, we want to ask you, this year is jam-packed for Indian women's cricket, the World Cup and everything put together. You've got a lot of hopes on this. Yes, comes very close. I've personally seen it from 2005, the World Cup final, Australia, India, the run out of Amita Sharma. Everything goes back, yeah, many years ago. But do you think, not talking about a specific tournament, but do you think India is just a step away from the greatest victory and the joy that women cricket fans need to happen?
I think I've been a big believer of not speaking too ahead. I mean, we
yes,
have to really focus on the processes, do every day right, and that's the aim. I feel even as a team perspective, everyone's really calm. They're just doing their processes. We have a
yes.
long road ahead in the next 5 to 6 months. So even for me, I mean, you're 22, 23, you're like excited. You talk about all of those things, but I feel at a
2017, last year in Cape Town, very close yet so far. That run out, the catches, everything, and you know how it was just like uh, few moments away from the greatest joy that India could have got in women's this thing. Do you still believe that we're just few moments away from that greatness?
I would. That's what I said. I would not like to speak about it a lot. It's our job to do processes. The cricket is such a game that you do your things right, things fall in place, and I would we'll just try and do that.
Well, when we walked in here, we wanted to meet the legendary batter herself, but now she's actually speaking like a coach, talking about the processes and everything put together. Well, this is Sunil Yashwala signing off on Cricket Predicta with one of the greatest of all time and the best cricketing coaching mind that we have. Thank you.
Thank you.